All right.
We are on. Okay. So, since last time, when you guys were finally attached to the great white whale, the celestial being on the bottom of the boat, and you sped off on the back of that thing into the endless cloud, and were then teleported outside of a island with a huge wall. Think Hawaii, and just on the coast of Hawaii. But for some reason, there was an unbeknownst light coming from the rock face in front of you. And as you guys got closer, it started to crumble down. And all of a sudden, you guys were easily able to go in there. There's no problem. Kratos seemed to know exactly where he was going. And once he arrived in there, you guys noticed that there was some... what was going on? Oh, as you guys came in, you noticed that this humongous thing was coming down towards you into the water, and you just blotted out the sun. Kratos was able to easily get the ship out of the way, and back in front of you. This huge carcass of a giant falls in front of the boat. Starts fizzling and bubbling, and all the water around you changes color, and the color tends to drift off and go into the main ocean. And once it hits the ocean, it hits I forget what it's called, but there's a current that lines just the border of everybody's beach, and it hit that thing and just went all the way around the whole island. So everything has been either purified / contaminated by what has just happened into the water. And after that simmers down, you guys look and you see on the banks there's a couple people and something, and then all of a sudden one of them like jumps up into the sky, and you're just like, where did he go? Then, now he's got he's got the mouthy chick in a headlock and appears to be threatening her, but everyone's just like bewildered because they have no idea why this person thing is trying to harm someone on our boat. We just showed up. And all of a sudden, some other creature that we see in the distance, and they're like, oh, that's pretty big. And then as it gets closer, it gets bigger, which defies all logic they've ever seen in their life. The things, as they get closer, they get bigger. So maybe they have the whole, rear view mirror idea going on. And this creature, like tentacle alligator thing that you perceive it to be as, it reaches behind the assailant on the mouthy chick, and you guys hear kind of a rumbly, raspy voice that's accompanied by the whiff of carrion and rot, which makes everyone roll a fortitude save.
Boy.
Because you got to think, for how big you got, that's how bigger your stench got.
16.
You made it.
26.
Okay, you made it, but ooh, the dry heave hit you both. It was a nasty one. But what he said translated to whatever the other creature was saying. You guys weren't able to understand what they were speaking because they were just so stupid, and you guys don't understand stupidity. And the one guy let go, and as he let go, all of a sudden, the glowy thing, you guys started to feel a vibration. I need you guys to roll a knowledge, nature, knowledge, arcana, knowledge. What else could it be?
Ooh.
That's fine, Sonomics will work.
13.
13 in total?
Total, because I rolled a 2.
Oh.
16 plus 7.
Okay, so You're good. You're bewildered by the assailant, like,
I'm still dry heaving.
how, what in the world are you doing here? Well, he's like, oh, you hunker down and grab onto one of the boards underneath you. Because you feel an overwhelming amount of psionic, aka ambionic from the magic celestial power, resonating, coming up towards you. You feel it, you sense it. You don't. You gotta beat a 15. So, and you will need to make a reflex save in a moment. What else do you do?
I guess upon sensing this power,
You're down like this, holding on to the floorboard. Yeah.
Floorboard. I start looking upon these creatures that lie before us, and I want to look, and I see this cloud-like figure. I say, "Who are you?"
And the chick swings around, saying, "How dare you touch me, you fiend!" And as she's just about to smack the teetotal zammy whammy out of this thingy weenie, all of a sudden the water, which is turned white as pearls, shoots from underneath in the cracks of the boat, and in that moment, Kratos turns around and stamps his feet. All the waterbenders stop what they're doing and create bubbles around everyone on the boat that's part of the crew. So glad you read to me tonight. Remind me I had that. And as everyone else is teleported into whatever, you guys are literally surrounded by pillars of pearly water, sea water, just raining, just the most gorgeous of everything. And what do you do? This is still going on currently, John.
So we're surrounded by bubbles and pearly white water.
Pretty much think pillars going up all around you, and you're in a bubble. Think Diablo Shield bubble.
Yeah. I'm sitting there just thinking to myself, not out loud, but I'm like staring in awe at this stuff that is happening. Like I never would have thought to ever see this kind of stuff in my life, and that's all I do. Like,
So you look up.
yeah.
Okay. And what do you do?
I'm looking around it and I want to see if there's more to this water. I have a roll knowledge, so I'm going to see if I can sense anything further than that.
Okay.
It's 5 plus 7.
Yeah, you don't sense anything. All right. When you look up, you see what appears to be a white cloud, and that's where the water is going into. But what you also notice is that the water has pillated around each one of the people that were around you, and you can see it's like each one of them was put into a pill, but there's a pillar of this stuff on either side, but they're in a little pill case.
Okay.
Even this huge alligator octopus thingy that's stung, and you're just like, oh my goodness, that was so stinky. And they're all going up to this cloud, and you see them hit the cloud, and they gone. And then all of a sudden, the water doesn't come down. It keeps going up, but it stops. So in other words, it's finished. It's leveling itself. It's anti-gravitating into the cloud. It is being absorbed upwards. What do you guys do? You can feel that the bubble is being removing. You are halfway. Half of you is in a bubble. Half of you is not. And the pillars are receding. They're at your waist currently.
The bubbles are around us are coming up.
Yeah, because there's no need. The waterbenders are removing it as it's not needed.
How close am I to Kratos? Like on
12.
the same deck. I
Same
could shout
deck.
to him.
You could shout to him, yes.
Okay. I want to shout to him like, "What in oblivion was that?"
That was a celestial event. That was the culmination of a traveler's journey. There must have been a genie or a Janny in their group. That's the only reason this celestial being ever goes anywhere. Because the genie or a Janny has earned its right to go to the never-ending war. Fight. It's good fight.
Okay.
Is the white water still resonating upwards?
Mhm.
Okay. So, the first thing that pops in my mind is that scroll that suddenly lights up and becomes visible with water attached.
Kratos has it.
Right, Kratos has it. I look at Kratos and say, "Toss me the scroll, quick!"
He throws it to you.
I quickly look at the water, the white water is running upward, and I try to douse it into it to see it.
What was on that?
Map.
That was the one that showed you where to find the white whale.
It pointed us
Towards the white whale and its location of the endless cloud. Okay. The pillars turn to crayon because it's a crayon map. And you see them all merge. And they all merge, all the crayons merge slowly. And you see something that you did not see in the group there. And you don't know what it is, but it looks like an owl. But it's the size of a bear. And it points in the stuff. It shows it pointing towards a direction. And you see the different tendrils change and modify. You see a massive tree jump out slowly. And then other ones jump up. And then one of the trees moves over and is hit with a magnificent aura. And you see it blossom into something different. And then everything is absorbed by the cloud. Music too? I don't know. It was. It made me feel it.
So we all see this forest, or what appears to be a forest, and this glowing tree. I turn to Kratos and say, "What was that great tree? It was obviously important."
There is but two great tree forests. There's the stone tree forest and the great tree forest. I am reminisced to think that it is the great tree forest, but it could be the stone tree forest. I'm not certain.
Would they rely on this vicinity in science?
Where we are currently, I do not know. We've been taken to a cave. And I don't know of what island yet because I haven't quite seen the top ground, and I saw nowhere to dock the boat, so I think we must go deeper.
Is the whale still with us, or has it?
No, the whale's still underneath.
I kind of lean over the edge and I say, "Whale,
Yeah.
I've learned my lesson." I've learned my lesson.
Friend.
It's like, where have you taken us? What island are we at?
I would say we are past the... We are not quite at the Eric Isles. But we are not that far south. I must say that we are also not in the Monster Isles because I am not home. And these were not dead people, So I'd say you are now officially on the island of Euphoria. But I do not know this cave, for I don't travel in the same waves as you do. When I'm finished here, I will go back to McLeod.
Thank you for bringing us here. I believe we shall be parting ways soon, but I will let you know when that time comes for sure.
Well, we will definitely be parting ways because I'll be taking the boat when I leave. Kratos, hearing this, flips out and decides to dive into the water and have a talk eye to eye with this freaking thing. With his one arm keeping himself going. And so now he's down there talking. What would you guys like to do on board the ship?
The crayon twin is still there, right?
Hmm?
Is it standing next to the doctor?
Yes.
I'm gonna ask the doctor. Doctor, what is this? Is this what has come out of that woman?
This is what happens when magic goes awry. I couldn't tell you precisely what it is, but it seems to be becoming a duplicate of his daughter, at least in shape. And it has a thing for hair. Even took some of mine. There was a parrot, it lost its feather.
Like, does the soul of his daughter reside in this thing, or is this a brand new being?
I don't know. I have not been successful with any communication yet.
I try to speak to it. I say,
What language?
in common. His language.
What languages do you have?
Common English.
Oh. Someone doesn't have a completed character sheet.
Where is it?
I know you got more than one language, or at least should have, if you have more than one intelligence modifier.
No, because we started off as just regular humans, and I was in England.
Right. You
So-
wouldn't have that.
You didn't have a
Reason
reason.
the only language that I would know is alien, so
Right. Okay. I forget. It's not. Okay. Retract. I was doing what?
I'm trying to speak to the.
You're trying to speak to it,
Okay.
and you speak English.
Yes.
As you talk to it, its body ripples. Like the sound waves you say are received like rocks on water. And then in response to what do you say?
So I say to it, what are you exactly? Can you understand me? Are you able to speak?
It takes its hand after it's all the vibrations. Then it takes its hand and goes like this, and a compass appears on its chest, and the compass spins and then points.
You want us to go this way?
It lifts up its arm and it shows a tree.
look, I'm sorry. That's a physical body embodiment of the man.
Oh. We shall keep you around for sure. And perhaps I shall learn how to communicate with you more easily later on.
Then a sun shows up on its chest, then a moon, as if setting and then the next.
In due day's time. I understand.
Very good.
So, Kratos is still over the side of the boat speaking with the whale.
You're not speaking, he's down there yelling. You see bubbles coming up from his words.
It's like
I don't care. I like it. It would look good at the bottom of the ocean for me to look at when I. This belongs on top of the water. I believe it's made to fly.
It'll look even better in a bottle.
Oh gosh. And so you're just hearing this go back and forth.
I try to shout as loud as I can so that Kratos can hear me. It's like, Kratos, please finish up what you are doing down there. We must go to the Great Tree Forest.
So this is what you did, huh? You're gonna take us here and now you're gonna get me to go get killed in the freaking tree forest? You know what they do there. You know what happens there.
I actually don't.
I know you don't.
Oh,
I know
you're
you
talking-
don't. I know you. I'm giving you clues by narrating,
Okay.
but from things that you should know. But I know you haven't because it hasn't been a year since I told you it. But I told you it, so I remember.
Alright.
And he's like, I don't. They're talking. He just said the Great Tree Forest. You know what happens there. Why would you bring us here? Why? What in the world did you get us into? It was your freaking little sperm show, whatever, up there that freaking showed him this foolishness. You're gonna knock over your drink for certain. Other side, yeah. And it's like, oh my God. Well, they're gonna be landlubbers. They might as well learn how to do it with the best. So he's like, fine. She's got that gas?
Yep.
God,
She
she
came
has
in
been.
here just apart.
She. Oh, it's her.
Stink ass.
It's so bad. Ah.
My character whips in the air and says, I guess that fat lady clearly must have sung.
Oh my.
Oh,
Oh,
it's still
wow.
Smell it.
Oh, this is much better.
What the fuck?
You need to go die.
You need to go outside. Oi, go outside. You got boo boo butt. Go outside. Let's go. Come on. Your drink. Call it.
Yep.
Goodness gracious.
Well, I mean, it's good enough.
Put it in that little
Outside.
nook, like right there, between the arm of the couch. Yeah, like, yeah, right there. And then when you lean back, you kind of like press it up against the
Good God,
that was rank. Oh, goodness. That was bad.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, good. This has been fun so far. We haven't really done anything.
Really? But, I mean, if we're having fun, we haven't done anything yet. I've just been
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
Yes. Stupid.
What?
So are you a fan of Simpsons? One of my favorite things that he's probably done was and this is my favorite part of the
That was probably the nastiest part I've ever.
That was nasty. That was
It was
an
bad.
It was like normally farts like they go away.
Yeah.
This one it came down and then sat down and I was down here and it was sitting on
He
me.
was having a chat with him.
Yeah, I was. It was like, hey, I'm part of this too, guys.
It was whatever was left of Down. He's getting his revenge.
Yeah, now it's revenge.
Um,
All right, so he was clearing up down there, bitching about having to go into the Great Tree Forest and saying that you landlubbers gonna have to do it with the greatest. So he heads up there and he says, "All right, we're all getting off this boat." Instantly, the girl with the talk takes her head off, and instantly you see a crown.
Wait, the girl with the talk?
The one who always talked, who was at the rower, who was the one who stood up and got in your face, and how dare you get on my face, has a crown on underneath there, and she says, "We are not to leave this boat, Kratos. You know what's going on." And he says, and she's like, "Oh," and she covers her head, realizing that she's revealed.
I turned to Rambo and said, "That makes a lot of sense now.
And so then I'm like,
Makes a lot more sense."
I kind of look at like pretends I'm like, what's with the fancy hat?
Because you wouldn't.
Yeah.
It would just be like a Dagobah. You know? They don't think that was Tatooine.
Like,
The junior, was, oh gosh, Cantina. The Cantina bar.
That's right. Which is at Tatooine.
Which is that? Yes.
but yeah, like no, she is royalty. That's why she is so pretty.
I was like, that's royalty? I was like, could have fooled me.
From where I come from, that is a sign of royalty.
Hell, I could have been crowned king if I was wearing my pants. Somebody took it.
That's funny. That's true.
Like to see you as king, that would be funny.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. I don't want to think that anymore. So you're a queen.
I am the princess. The queen has been killed. The king has been killed. We have been hiding with Kratos because the man who sits on the throne is no king at all.
A false king. Where is he? I can kill him.
He sits on the throne, but he is surrounded, and his ability to convince others appears to be uncanny.
I say to her, if we do not leave this boat, the whale will take you down with it. We must leave.
I know why he's with me. I don't know why you're with me. Just make sure you get in front of whatever's going to try and hurt me so you can die first. Okay? Just do your part. That's what you're put on this planet for.
As you wish, my liege.
Fucking commoners.
Okay. Just point me to the bitch and I'll stop doing that.
The duality.
So then, what do you strange things, humans, whatever, I think we should do with that person over there? Points over to the druid on the beach.
She's asking what we're going to do with him?
What should we do with him? We
Well,
have not made it to land yet. We have not, so to speak, docked.
I jump over the edge and dive into the water. Trying to swim to shore. Unless we're on shore already.
No, you're not on shore already. So you head for...
Well, I dive into the water. Once I reach the water, I swim down just a little bit. I
At
say-
least one of them knows how to kill himself.
Yeah.
I say, thank you, great whale. And I turn on some more.
And you head on to the beach.
To the shore. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you do, Simeon?
I want to check the boat to see if we have any lanterns.
There. Roll a percentile. And here is how it will work. Well, hold it before you roll it. Listen. The lower the number, the older the model. The higher the number, the newer the model.
98.
Woo! You got all the bells and whistles.
Okay. So
You got the sea dye. You got the cup holder.
son of a bitch. So you go looking for it, and the queen, the princess, she grabs you and she says, Will you die for me?
I said, sure.
Will you lie for me?
Done before.
That was a bad answer. You're a bad man.
I'd be like, I never said for what.
And she says, fine. Then what do you want?
I said, I'm just after my father's pieces of his head.
She says, I can do it myself. And she touches your temple, and you feel part of your memory get stripped from your brain. Think of the Never-Ending Story, where he was taking dreams. That. And you do feel drained. You have lost a memory, but not that one specifically. And she's like, takes it and turns it into a globe and gives it back to you.
Honey,
Yeah,
can you bring me a few oranges? And
of course I
some
can.
in here?
Of course I can. We literally had fumigation event.
What?
Fumigation event.
Stay nice.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Totally bad.
They don't want you there.
No, we don't.
You're gonna have a whole lot of skipping spots.
That'd be fine.
So she gives you a globe and she says, when you need it, it'll be what you need. So roll an intelligence check.
Okay. 2 plus 3.
18. Now roll wisdom.
Total of 6.
Yeah, wisdom didn't help you. Okay, so your intelligence check says to do something with it now. What specifically was wisdom? So your wisdom wasn't quite there, but your intuition says do something with it now.
I think about it. Make my life easier. I just look at it and I'm just imagining.
Set a raft. Lifeboat.
Oh, okay. I'm like, we need a boat. I like a lifeboat. I'm just jumping.
And a sailboat. Seal pilot fighter boat. The ones that they use to yeah.
Like a little mini.
Like the gray thing that they're on the side with the guns and it's got turrets that are 50 cals and everything goes up on it. Now you don't know what the hell those are. But they look mean and green or gray, and that's what you got, you know, with this transformation.
So I just looked around up. First?
She says, "That'll do, pig. That'll do," and then she jumps.
And I say, now for the crazy part of my idea. I jump in, I look down to the whale and say, thank you for everything you've done, but can you do one more thing? We need a boost.
That's funny. You're right. Even though you have a motor and everything there, you don't know that. Right? No, you do know that. You would
I
understand.
know that. It's just that would be faster.
You wouldn't ask for that as someone from that time. You would be mechanically inclined. This would be the first time something modern was shown to you in this archaic age. You would feel so at home that you would want to do it yourself.
True. I would just look at it and be like, thanks, fish. And just set up some stuff, doing random stuff. And people would look at me like, what is this thing? How do you operate? I'm just working it.
Ask him about the guns. I want to hear that conversation.
I'm in the water right now. I'm swimming.
Oh,
I drive by and be like,
and
So-
you're just
As he's like driving by, I hear this rumbling noise, just a low growl, and I'm like, and I turn around and I see him coming up, and I'm just like, okay, and I see a rope on the side, and I try to grab onto it.
I look down.
Well, good. Make a reflex save, B10. I'm down with that. I like the integration.
I got that.
Integration, go ahead for it.
So I'm just holding onto the sideboards.
You pull on up. Now ask him about the kindness.
So after we go ashore, I walk up onto the beach and turn to him and I say, "These look like strange small cannons."
Like, well, you're not wrong.
Like, but these would be useless. How would you ever break through a castle wall with these?
As
They're
he's
so small.
As he's talking, I'm just going like this. I'm holding my finger like, hold on a second. I take one of those turrets, and let's
The 50 cal or the 240s?
go with wait.
50 cal is the big.
Yeah, so 50 cal. So
Okay.
I'd be like, I look upon it, I see, is there any kind of like sea rocks or anything sticking?
I mean,
to the
you're in
ocean?
a cave.
Oh, we're in a cave. Okay. So I look at the stalagmites and I say, see that rock up there?
Yeah?
I open fire on that thing.
And you hear the most thunderous racket you've ever
Because
heard
it's a
in your
50
life.
cal in a cave.
It goes. I mean, yes, that was you need to both roll fortitude. That will hurt your ears. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't I be used to it?
No.
28.
No, even me. I've never been with a 50 cal in a closed-in area. Only like when we were in Iraq.
10.
You did not make it.
I got 28.
So you see him let loose, and the concussive sound is so much he passes out. Roll a perception. I don't know how to do. Just roll the. I don't know, intelligence.
I did.
Intelligence? I
Yeah.
thought there was a perception. No, there's
That's in 5e.
Okay. Intelligence check? Alright. Unnatural 20.
Okay. What happened a second ago to him?
He passed out
Passed out.
from the concussive.
You perceive that weapon was so powerful that it does so much that it takes out whoever uses it. With your immense intelligence and logic, you're just like, whoa, because it just did a massive stuff. But it was so loud, it hurt my ears, made him pass out, and he knew how to use it. That's dangerous.
Like, I must only use this in the most dire circumstances.
You may actually have an aversion to it.
Oh yeah, I don't exactly want to go near it.
Yeah.
But I look at the smaller ones and I think, maybe I can handle these, but not that. I would be the last person to get on that.
Roll a d4. Awesome. 1. Go.
So I see these great, huge things, and I'm guessing the stalagmite is falling? Or is
Oh yeah, I mean he busted off half the roof. Like he brought the roof the fuck down.
So I can definitely see that it is a powerful weapon.
Yeah,
But
like
my
you've never seen.
My perception is that it is so powerful it hurts the person behind it too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm like, okay. I want to grab him and drag him off the boat onto the beach. And
As you drag
lay
him
down-
off, the boat sits there for a minute while you're messing with him. After 1 minute, it reverts back to a little box, literally like this big, little black box. Think of the alien movie that wasn't called Prometheus with that black goop. Think of the black box being consistent of the black goop that makes the alien spawn.
Okay.
And that one too, same thing.
I go back over it, pick up the
It
box.
hurts you instantaneously.
Okay.
You let go and it hits the ground and it runs into his arm and it appears to do what those scarabs did in Mummy and go into him.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, you're probably gonna die, but
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it. Good luck. And then I go off to find the druid.
Do I awaken?
pause it for a moment.
Sorry. I was shooting a fucking 50 cal in a cave.
You've heard of 50 cal, right? When I worked at a gun range, that was the
gun.
yeah. Well, that was the biggest caliber that we had, and they were only allowed a second in between. So when they fired, it hurt. It was like boom. It was,
See where I was hoping
and you let loose a few rounds
to take down a stalagmite
in a cave.
in a cave.
The sound bounces around. So you not only got hit once with the shockwave, you got hit a bunch of times. And you had no hearing protection either.
No. And I was behind the gun. Oh. Kurt was not going to be happy with himself. We had it.
You now have tinnitus.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah, definitely no bueno. No bueno por nada.
I just realized I had food sitting in there. I have none.
Go grab it, man. We got time.
Yeah. That's okay.
Use to stretch my legs.
I'm gonna go get some hot beer real quick.
Okay.
That's right.
Really wanted one.